Welcome to the show, and today I believe we will speak about original life and average life. So, for this discussion, I have obviously my co host Elle. Hello, Elle. Hello,
Hi.
Elle. Yes, I just misspelled your name. And I'm Pierre, by the way. So, let's speak about what's original life actually for you, Elle.
Well, I believe original life is basically just living your own life. It's like you don't copy somebody else's life. Just live your own life, and no matter what it is, it's original because we're all so different. We're individuals, and there's only one you in this world. And sometimes you could be genetically the same with your twin, but then you have different personalities, so you live a different life. So I think everybody has original life, I would say.
But that's about yourself, like you as a individual. But is your life, what you are doing, is unique, or sometimes it's like almost the same, like a clone life of someone else, because we live in a society where being different is not easy.
Well, yeah, because your personality dictates what you do in your daily life. So that's why I was speaking about having being an individual. It's because based on your personality, you like rock music, you listen to rock music. But I could never guarantee if I don't know, like I could be sitting down right now and making a podcast about original life, and somewhere in this world is a person making doing the same thing as me. But then it's still different.
Yeah.
It's still original because it's impossible to have the same opinion, the same thoughts as somebody
I
else.
see.
It's
But
like
sometimes, however, like let's say you have a office job, you are a accountant, and after that you have two kids. Your colleague is also accountant in the same company, has also two kids. Usually they go home and then they take care of the kids. They make dinner, they prepare the lunch for the next day for their kids and for themselves. They wake up the next day, they go to work, and then again going back home. They first they drive to the kids' school and they go home again. Same routine, and the weekend is mostly the same. So I would say the life of that person, a lot of different lives is similar, like maybe the colleague of that person who is also in the same company, who has also the same kind of family structure. And I know both persons are different, but maybe their life is kind of average life. It's not that original. Um, is it how different? I mean, how do you think it's? Do you think we need a original life to be happy? For instance.
well, not necessarily, I would say, because your priorities change.
Yeah.
Well, for the dad in your example, they could be like, okay, we do this, we take the kids to school, we work this job, we work a 9 to 5 job, we have the weekends for ourselves. It's because the priority is different. The priority is with the child. So
Yeah.
yeah, maybe
Making
having
a
an
living
yes,
for
making a living. Yeah. So maybe
for your family.
having an average life, which could translate into not having an original life, because like most people, we're all working 9 to 5 jobs, to some working odd hours. Well, yeah, in some point we're gonna have the same routines and the same structures in life, but then it's well, you could be happy in that structure at the
Yeah.
same time. So having an average life, you could be happy in that too, because you want your kids to grow happy. You want your kids to to be provided with what they need. So
And
yeah.
that makes you happy because you give a nice life to your kids. But maybe there's a different way to make a living and to have your kids happy. Nowadays you see a lot of people traveling traveling around the world with a van, and the kids go like they have maybe the kids are only 7 and they have been to like over 40 countries. And it sounds easy when you look to some, I don't know, videos on the internet. When you watch them, you have, you know, like nowadays it's quite famous. I mean, not that famous, but people say, wow, that's that's an original life. And they show obviously themselves happy. Obviously, they don't show too many problems they have. Even people say, wow, how do you do for your kids to go to school? Usually they would have like a remote, you know, like the mom, for instance, would they would receive some kind of materials from a remote school, and she will teach to the kids what she has to teach to them. And every year or every 6 years the kids would have a big exam. I mean, a big yeah, they would have to pass an exam, and that's it. Probably with the internet is nowadays even different, and people say, wow, it's a nice life, but obviously it's not suitable for everybody, and I believe it doesn't make everybody happy. For them maybe it's perfect, but maybe some others they prefer to know what will be tomorrow, because when you have those kind of life, you are like just nomad, and you don't really know where you will be or what you will do 2 months or 3 months later. And usually those people live from their audience on the internet, you know, like they live with like they sell some products, and yeah, it's a different kind of lifestyle, definitely. But like you said, someone having a 9 to 5 job, having 2 kids, normal family, average life, maybe it's just good for themselves. So you shouldn't try to find something different just because it's a trend or because your friends do it. I believe, speaking about original or average life, first of all, you should know yourself very well to know what you need and what makes you happy. And then you should speak to this kind of lifestyle discussion to your partner, to the person you live with, to your kids, if you have some kids, to your family, basically. For me, I know I like original life. That's why actually I was really interested for speaking about this topic, because I like to do, I don't know, I don't like average life, because again for me I believe it sounds boring to me. That's why I always try to create things and to build things by myself. Um, it means you don't need to say goodbye to your 9 to 5 job. No, but you can have a 9 to 5 job, like something normal, but on top of that, doing something different. It can be easy actually to live a different kind of life. Like in my case, I'm quite minimalist. I have not a lot of things, and now I live in an apartment with a rent. But before that, I was always living in some hotels or some hostels or some shared apartment with some other people for short term, really short term lease, like 2 months, 3 months, and even less. And that was making myself happy. However, my life was like normal. Like people would see me in the office, would thought, oh yeah, he's normal person. He does a 9 to 5 job, but actually my lifestyle was a little bit different. And I believe why I say that is because you don't need to change everything to have a life that suits you. You can keep some basic stuff, but then you can just live something different. Like now, uh, like I said, I'm really minimalist. I know a lot of people are not. However, I believe is they don't choose to not be minimalist. They just do what they used to see from education or from yeah, because the society wants you to have, I don't know, a bed. They want you to have one dinner table, one couch, one TV. But why? No, you shouldn't, obviously. You should just build a life made for yourself, basically a custom life, you know. Uh, the same when you go to buy a suit. Well, maybe you want a suit just for you, and you want to have to not to buy a suit already ready for a M size or a L size or S size, small, medium, large, whatsoever. No, you want just the size exactly for your body. And your life should be the same. It should be designed. You should design your life, and your life shouldn't be designed for you.
Well, yeah, I agree with all of what you said, but I think that trying to be unique in today's society where social media is just rampant and the easy access to the internet is just one click away, it's like it's becoming a rat race to become different. Like,
Oh,
hey, look
yes.
at me, I'm different, you should be like me. But the problem is that's not you. You're trying to impress other people that you don't even know, and you do some stupid things. Like, I saw a video, I'm sorry for saying the word stupid, but I saw a video about somebody who was apparently just at the edge of a really like a devil's lake. Like, I forgot the name of it, but it's like, yeah, look at me, wow, I'm doing this unique thing. I'm
So what
trying a
that person
different
was
life.
doing?
Just just holding on to the edge, and
Oh my God.
like a
Yeah.
debris, any debris
That's
coming from the back of whatever, and she will fall and meet
yeah.
meet the creator, I guess. But then, yeah, it's like
If
it,
you want to do it, okay, but never do it just to impress others or just to do it because you want to be like someone else. Do it only if for you this is you. But again, being on the edge of somewhere, I would recommend that to anyone. Don't
yeah,
do that
yeah,
because life is not that, I believe. I
yeah, but
believe that's just an advice.
yeah, but going back, it's like
Yeah.
people just want to be different. But what's wrong with just, I don't know, working working at a normal job, having kids, getting married at 25, I don't know, just going with the flow of life. Well, I'm not saying that it's good too, but then we have our own drinks at the party is what I'm saying. It's like, I want this drink, you want that drink, and I respect that.
Oh, yes.
So
You are more like a cocktail person, the other person is more like a water person,
yeah,
and then the other one is like just alcohol, but actually free alcohol
yes.
drinks. And
So
yeah, that's really fine. You
yeah,
shouldn't have a cocktail because everybody has a cocktail.
yeah.
Just drink what you want to drink.
Which is ironic in a sense, because everybody wants to be different, that it's
Yeah.
starting to become like everybody's drinking a cocktail again. It's like, yeah, I'm coming from experience. I'm somebody who's listless. I like
Yes.
taking naps. I like lying down. I recently isolated myself for 7 days, and yes, I practically did nothing. And am I?
If that was your choice, don't
Yes.
feel bad.
I don't feel bad at all.
If you didn't want to do it, but it did happen by mistake because you're so tired and you really had to sleep although you didn't want to, then you have to see how can I improve not doing it because I know I don't want to do that. But if you like doing that, or if you just enjoy it, or if for you just enjoy the moment like that, don't change and do it. Because don't try to change just because the society wants you to be unique. No, or the opposite, the society wants you to be in a box like everybody. No, just know yourself very well and don't be influenced. Just be what you like to be. Sometimes we think about the past and we say, oh, when I was doing that, it was making me really happy and I miss that feeling. Oh, when I was 21, I used to do that every Saturday and wow, it was so good. and now I don't do it anymore. And thinking that way is nice because then you know, you identified, you know, I mean, you try to identify the moments that make you happy, and so you can add more in your day. Sometimes I have flashback in the past, and I say, wow, I used to like that really a lot, or doing that on my computer, or maybe I don't know, having a hike, or maybe it was swimming or whatsoever. I say, oh, I should do that again, because I know I just identified what makes me happy. And the same for the opposite. Oh, yes, that makes me feeling bad, and I know I shouldn't do it. But don't take your decision just because you have the feeling you have to do it to make the society happy. Because actually, the world is way bigger than you think, and what you see on the internet is just 2% of the world. It's only, like a lot of people don't expose themselves. Even if they are on the internet, they don't expose themselves, or they are hard to find. And a lot of other people, when you start traveling, you realize, wow, actually, so many different people do so many different things. But if you stay in the same country or in the same town forever, you believe, wow, I have to be like that because I have the feeling everybody is like that. But once you start going into different borders, different countries, different lands, you realize actually everybody is different, but some people do opposite things and they are as happy as the others. So it's just okay, they do two different things, so it means it's not what they do that makes them happy. It's just probably one do that, and doing that makes them really happy, but the other person should do something really different to be happy as well. And it's also about perception.
Yeah, we all have different perceptions, and in the end, it's like we shouldn't be we shouldn't or refer ourselves to somebody else. It's it's like, okay, well, yeah, it's okay to say, yeah, wow, she's 25, she's in the internet, and she's earning a lot of money, because like majority of the problem in in the people in this world is about money. But what can you do? It's not you. You don't like
No.
putting yourself out there on the internet.
If
So
it's not you, don't do
yeah,
that.
what,
If
what
she's
do
happy, that's really good for
yeah,
her. Maybe
you
she's
know.
not happy, but she just shows a happy face, but it's not always the case. It depends. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like wanting to be original in the end, in some cases, makes you somebody who's just like everybody else, which is which
Yes.
defeats the purpose of being original. So what I think is, for me, as somebody who's very inactive, you'll never know. Okay, I could be inactive now, but when I turn, I don't know, 40, I could be jumping,
Exactly.
bungee jumping, or I don't know, something really, trying to be a seamstress.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that, but yeah, it's like there's different stages in life, and people flourish in those different stages in life. Just because you're not doing something that is original now doesn't mean you're not going to do it later in your life. So it's becoming original to me nowadays, because of social media has become like a rat race as well.
That's right.
It's like, now it's something that, it's just something that people want to be, but do they really want to be that? Question yourself with what you want. Like, if you want to have 2 kids, work a 9 to 5 job and support a family, why not? If you want to go on vacation twice a year, I know to some it's not a life for them. It's just, but then that's the point. We're different. That's why we're leading an original life. It's what I'm saying. That's my 2 cents on that. What about you, Sa?
For me, well, I believe the best advice here is don't look too much to other people, only follow them if they inspire you, because inspiration is good, but don't try to get inspired from too many different sources, because then you get confused. Just be consistent in from what kind of information you want to to get, like the information you consume, and try to not consume information from more than three people they inspire you. Because sometimes you see someone doing something and you say, wow, that's really what I want. That's different. But if you see a lot of people, like in my case, all my colleagues are doing crypto money, and mining even, and a lot of things like that. In my case, I never mined anything, and I didn't get actually or anything else than Bitcoin, and because I'm not interested, and the only time was a long time ago, and it was almost nothing. Just, oh, why not? But here, sometimes it forces you to look at it, because you say, wow, maybe there's something I have to look at, because if everybody speak about it. But at the end, what you want to spend the majority of your time, because obviously doing this, like crypto money, NFT, or so on, it requires you a lot of time to do it. It's also a lot of time, because if you don't know, that's stupid. And it's not because everybody else outside where you are. From in my case, is my workplace. It's not because everybody in my workplace speak about it that maybe they speak about it. I know some do, some maybe don't do it, but it's not a reason why I should do it. I should do it only if I have the feeling to. I can learn about it, that's something, but I don't have to do it. And that's really the point. If you don't feel it, at the end, try to know yourself well, who you are, and it's about the feelings. You should always, at the end, make the decision by yourself, but not just to be fashion or to be cool. I do that. No, everybody in the I don't know. I live in a flat with four roommates, four flatmates, and all of them have a cap. Well, I should wear a cap. Maybe I will wear a cap because I like it at that time, and then I realize, oh, actually, I'm bored now. I don't want to wear a cap. We change. When I was 16, I was different, even quite different. And now, I mean, I'm still the same, but you do sometimes different things, and you are slightly different. Like maybe you do more, I don't know, more different things, so you wear different things. I was wearing different kind of clothes, even. I mean, yeah, a bit. And it's important to change to realize, oh no, actually I know better myself now, because this is not me. It doesn't fit myself. And sometimes you have to try different things. Like in my case, I used to try different kind of clothes. I used to do different things to know finally, oh yes, I know now. I have to try to know what I want for my life. What is me, Otherwise you don't know. Like, I'm vegetarian, but I used to eat meat before. Otherwise, I know some people that are vegetarian, not by religion, but just by choice, because their mom or their father didn't eat meat, but they never ate meat in their life. Well, that's fine if they believe they want to continue that path. But in my case, I'm really happy I ate a lot of fish and meat before. So at least I know, and I took my decision by myself, actually. And I'm happy that way. And there are a lot of things I do for myself. Now I know it's easy to get influenced as well. And having an original life, again, like what you exactly said, very well, actually, about original actually become non-original, because everybody now is such a trend. I mean, it's such fashion to be so different, because people say, hey, think different, be different, be yourself. We hear that everywhere, but now it's a bit too much. And so people just do things to be really different. They start wearing two different socks and two different pair of shoes just to be different. But maybe it's not themselves, you know. I wear two different pair of shoes, and I wear I don't know, maybe some lipstick. Although I'm a man, just to be different. No, that's if it's not you, don't do it. If it's you, yeah, why not? But don't be someone you are not. But sometimes, obviously, over time, over your life, you will be a lot of different people. I mean, you will change, not different people, but when I was young, I used to like different things. Now my hair is still long, but when I was younger, my hair used to be even longer or even much shorter. And maybe after I will only have my hair short. When I look at some photos when 10 years ago, when I was a teenager, I said, wow, I was really different, but actually not really. But on photos, it looked like, oh, wow, yeah, that's me, and that's fine. You know, I used to wear a lot of t-shirts before, and now I don't. I prefer shirts, and maybe later on I will only wear, I don't know, different kind of clothes or only tie all the time. Why not? So just do things that make you happy, like what Elle said. Don't try to be original just for being original. Just build yourself just build your life for yourself.
That's right, yeah. And to piggyback on knowing yourself, that's really important too. Because I've seen some, because while I'm lying down doing nothing, I also look sometimes at YouTube videos and I see some, like I see that, wow, their personality shines because they know themselves well. I listen to somebody who she likes to eat a lot and she speaks about murders, true crimes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and
Right.
it's like, oh yeah, there's plenty of people who does that, but she's truly interested in that, and she also likes eating. So,
I believe she's quite original.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
in
but then
her, she doesn't do it to be original. She probably does it because
she
it's
wants
her.
it.
Yes.
It's her. Yeah, and I see somebody as well. She's a girly girl and she likes sparkly things. And so she buys sparkly things and that's her video content. And it's like, I've never seen somebody like that, but that's her personality,
That's
and
nice.
she's not trying to be somebody else. And I saw somebody as well who likes some animals and she likes sewing clothes for herself, and she uses some different measuring materials, like you need to cut to the length of a raccoon, like stuff like that. She uses that.
Oh, wow.
It's really original,
Funny,
but
yeah.
the truth is it's just her personality. So knowing yourself really well makes you have a personality is what I'm saying. And also as society moves forward or backwards, I don't know, it's like being original has lost its meaning, to be honest. But there are still some who are doing well, like the three girls that I've mentioned. But of course, we're all original. But then, we have different personalities, and having an original life, if we have different personalities, is, it reflects. So that's it. That's my another 2 cents of this one.
Beautiful. I like it very much. So yes, at the end, just know yourself well and live your own life. Doesn't matter if it's original or not. Follow your path. Follow yourself.
That's right.
Goodbye.